Give you a briefing about the institution?
All I know is it's a mental hospital.
For the criminally insane.
Mr. Scorsese, pleasure to meet you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
I enjoy the movie a lot. I just love all the reference and all the inspirations to the vintage and classic movie cinema, like the movies from the 40s and the music and the way you move your camera. So how was the inspiration for you for that movies from the black, film noir?
Well, from the older, the nature of the story just lent itself to a line of films that go back to when cinema was created. You go everything from German Expressionism from the 1920s, even earlier actually, and all the way up through film noir. A number of people have mentioned to me Fritz Lang, of course, who's a great master. Fritz Lang was interesting because of the films he made, the German Expressionism of Metropolis, and there are references to the traditional Gothic horror. References, because it's not a Gothic horror film.
Exactly.
But if you're on an island and there's a storm, and there's an asylum, and there's a mansion, and it's night, and it's raining, and there's thunder and lightning, even when, no matter how you photograph it, it's going to reference the Gothic horror.
These are all violent offenders, right?
In some moment, the music is a character.
The music, for me, is always a character in the movies I make, and I enjoy the music. The music does reflect the interior conflicts of the character, particularly Teddy.
Yeah.
So the way he sees the world, the way he hears the world is where we're hearing the music. And the music was selected by Robbie Robertson, who I worked with since The Last Waltz back in 1976. And Robbie would send me modern symphonic music, whether it's Ligeti or Penderecki or Ingram Marshall, John Adams. And I would listen to, by myself, I'd listen to hours and hours and hours of it, and then just select based on a movement, a camera movement, or an eye shifting. I said, this moment is good for this, and we'd lay it in and play with it. And so we composed the score based on maybe 20 or 25 pieces of modern symphonic music.
Ask you some questions, okay?
I'm a movie lover. I just love films. And I just like the way that you promote the preservation of the movie history.
Oh, thank you, yeah.
Because, for example, in this movie, a guy from 20 years old see the movie and just read in a review, like, you got some inspiration from the forest. And this guy from 20 years old go back to the forest.
To the 40s, yeah.
And see something from that period.
Yeah. So I just think for young people, it's interesting. If the style of this picture interests them, they could look back to its lineage. Because I think for younger people, it's great to really be totally absorbed with the past, because then you create the present.
Also, I enjoy your movies because you create the atmosphere perfectly for each moment. You got like cold and you can feel the fear inside the sanitary, inside the hospital. And also you got the mansion, beautiful art direction, the colors. I think I got the feeling that you enjoy that part of it.
I really enjoyed that one. The mansion was terrific. And that's Dante Ferretti on production design, and his wife, Francesca Lo Schiavo, who does the set decoration. So I said, let's really enjoy ourselves with the mansion. I mean, most of the scenes are worked out way in advance in terms of the visuals and the editing as much as possible. Ultimately, the editing of the movie had more to do with how much information does the audience need to know, rather than the specific shots, the lines of dialogue, and we kept compressing and compressing and compressing, and we wound up at this length.
Exactly.
In any event, to create that atmosphere was enjoyable. That was the key, with Bob Richardson on camera.
Congratulations for the movie.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
That.
Thank you.
I really appreciate it.
Thank you.